Looked like the strain was getting to her. Still, she forced out those fake smiles. And then there was the tactic of paying photographers to snap pictures that showed her as some perfect spouse. What a villainous move, painting a false image for the world. The press swallowed it, but people who looked closer started suspecting everything wasn't so happy behind the scenes. Blake pretends she's the devoted partner, while her meltdown grows day by day, and she hovers over Ryan's career like a hawk, probably wondering how to weaponize whatever part of it she can. Meanwhile, Hugh Jackman is about to be questioned under oath, and that's rumored to be driving Ryan up the wall with panic. The reason? Ryan pulled some outrageous moves to ruin his own reputation. People are calling them unbelievably reckless. It seems he's been romancing Hugh Jackman in public. Most shocking part? Industry observers suspect that Lively's alleged motivations may have stemmed from competition for high-profile roles. One insider close to the negotiations of a major superhero franchise, who requested anonymity, claims that Lawrence was the top choice for a female-led project. Mysteriously, she was removed from the final shortlist after behind-the-scenes conversations brought up concerns about her supposed inability to adapt to the film's promotional schedule. Johnson's interview clarifies that Lawrence's sudden withdrawal from high-profile projects left producers in a bind. She bowed out of multiple negotiations, and fans saw her public appearances dwindle, while official statements cited exhaustion or the desire to take a break from the hectic Hollywood grind. Johnson hints that Lively had fueled an industry-wide skepticism around Lawrence's burnout, leading to fewer offers and more roadblocks. Ryan Reynolds is known for bragging about bromances with several people, Jake Gyllenhaal included, and the public has been forced to watch him hype these friendships nonstop. Now it feels like he wants applause for being a champion of bro bonding. But it's so over the top that people suspect he's hiding something. Some find it creepy that this grown man is pushing the idea so hard. The more he tries to persuade everyone that it's normal,
in which reality is nothing more than a desperate effort to advance the same curated bully image that the Wayfarer parties created and disseminated in the retaliation campaign they launched against Ms. Lively in August of 2024.
the more people question his motives. Even a political commentator stepped in to say, "It seems like Ryan is overcompensating." She basically said it's strange for him to keep showing off these male friendships. He's a wealthy star with a huge family. Why is he so focused on bragging about hanging with other guys? Blake Lively stands in the background of all this, scowling and pushing her agenda.
I mean, it is a bully tactic. He's not denying a nice pull was Justin. And the idea that he used such an important movie for Marvel fans, for Deadpool fans, and he created a whole character, Justin.
She's apparently furious that her attempts to look like the innocent victim, perhaps she's mad that she can't spin it to her advantage. People wonder what's really behind Ryan's public persona. He never stops talking about Hugh Jackman, always making sure we know they're not romantically involved. We're in modern times. No one would be that shocked if two men were a couple, but Ryan is determined to repeat how straight he is, and it's starting to look like he's protesting too much. Lawyers are eager to get their hands on him in a deposition, hoping to uncover the real story about his life. Everyone's determined to dig up dirt. It could reveal that Ryan's bigger problem is actually his controlling wife, who lurks in the background like some puppet master trying to rewrite reality. Hugh Jackman, the nice star who played Wolverine, managed to step right into a legal storm that goes far beyond superhero movies. Suddenly, Jennifer was painted as uncooperative. Once that narrative circulates, it's difficult to erase. 2. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson is lauded as a versatile actress capable of tackling any role, from indie darlings to mega blockbuster Marvel epics. Financially, she once ranked among the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood, able to command a salary that reflected her star power. But Johnson's allegations involve a hidden campaign waged by Lively that over time may have caused Johansson to lose millions. According to the rumors outlined by The Rock, Blake Lively capitalized on her access to sensitive contract negotiations. She allegedly ensured that Scarlett's salary demands, which were well within standard A-list ranges, got leaked to key studio executives and tabloids. Suddenly, Johansson was painted as being too demanding, greedy, or even opportunistic. Public perception shifted. Some fans argued she was out of touch with the average moviegoer, and media outlets began to describe her negotiations using terms like exorbitant, unrealistic, and unfair. Producers, constantly wary of public backlash, grew hesitant hesitant to stand behind Johansson's pay requests, fearing that negative headlines would overshadow the success of their films. The downward spiral was subtle but undeniable. Dwayne Johnson suggests Lively's motives here were rooted in a desire to undercut Johansson's influence in the industry by chipping away at Johansson's perceived reliability and eventually her financial muscle. Lively might have positioned herself to pick up major roles or brand endorsements that producers felt safer assigning elsewhere. A longtime collaborator of Johansson spoke on condition of anonymity, saying, "Scarlett always tried to negotiate fairly, but these damaging narratives kept popping up. It was baffling to watch. Something was going on behind the curtain, and no one could figure out who was pulling the strings." Until now. 3. Taylor Swift. In one of the most dramatic segments of Johnson's alleged list, he highlights Taylor Swift, the international pop icon whose personal life and relationships are perpetually under the microscope. For years, fans believed Swift and Lively were genuine friends, often spotted hanging out, exchanging playful banter on social media, and publicly praising each other's talents. The Rock's claims, however, paint a vicious behind-the-scenes reality. Johnson alleges that Blake Lively leveraged this so-called close friendship to gain access to deeply personal information about Swift's life, including details on her romantic relationships, unreleased music, and her professional concerns. Once armed with these insights, Lively supposedly began feeding small bits of damaging intel to influencers, entertainment bloggers, and tabloid reporters. This clandestine operation reportedly accelerated each time Swift was on the cusp of another chart-topping album release or a major music video debut. Negative news stories, suspiciously timed, chipped away at Swift's carefully curated brand. Some wrote off the leaks as typical gossip. However, the extent and timing of these personal revelations now look potentially orchestrated. Industry watchers recall a rocky period during which Swift seemed constantly on the defensive. She was criticized for her dating life, her feuds with other celebrities made constant headlines, and her mental health battles became a topic of speculation. With Johnson's statements shedding new light, fans have begun reevaluating all those controversies that emerged just when Swift seemed unstoppable. "It's like slicing away someone's armor," a source close to Swift's team stated. A rumor here, a twisted story there. Before you know it, the public's perception of a superstar starts to sour. If Blake was the source, it's a tactical strike against an artist's psyche and career, done in ways that seem almost undetectable in real time. 4. Ryan Reynolds. Perhaps the most shocking revelation from The Rock's expanded list is that Blake Lively even allegedly targeted her own spouse, Ryan Reynolds. Their marriage has long been hailed in magazines and on social media as the epitome of a fun, lighthearted celebrity union. They trade banter on Instagram, pop up in each other's interviews with supportive comments, and frequently appear hand in hand on red carpets. Yet Johnson claims that behind closed doors, Reynolds has suffered the brunt of Lively's controlling tactics. One of the more troubling allegations suggests that Lively orchestrated which film projects Reynolds would accept, ensuring he turned down certain roles that might overshadow her own media presence. The Rock alludes to mental health strains Reynolds reportedly endured. While the actor has been open about his struggles with anxiety, few suspected that tension within his marriage might be aggravating these issues. The effect on Reynolds' career became apparent when he dropped out of promising ventures at the last minute or chose projects that seemed misaligned with his comedic strengths. Each time, fans and commentators were left baffled. Why would Ryan Reynolds pass on that role? Johnson's bombshell revelation insinuates Lively wanted to exert influence not just over Reynolds' public image, but also his creative choices. In part, it might explain rumors of friction between Reynolds and certain studios. At least one major production, rumored to be a big-budget action comedy, reportedly parted ways with Reynolds after unresolvable scheduling conflicts,